But I haven't said hi. I'm sorry. Okay, so first things first. Let's talk about Twitch. The big thing. Let's just get the elephant out of the room. Out of the way. Let's just like push his rotund, elephant-smelling, big, elephant-sized self out of the room. Twitch just like went all in against YouTube. I don't know if people caught that. I mean, Emmett said bam, and I don't think it registered with people there because there was this silence. He was like, bam, video uploads. And I'm just like, did Twitch just go all in versus YouTube? Are they going to encroach on the YouTube territory? And I just it took a bit to process that. And I'm like, yeah, they just did that. And that's kind of big. As a content provider myself, I've been doing this for years. I felt like at least for the past 6 to 8 months, I really do not want to upload anything else to YouTube because of their poor copyright system, right? And Twitch has got a really young copyright system on their VODs. But if you've seen the revamp, I don't know if you guys have seen the revamp. Let me see if I can find a video. The revamp of their copyright handling is actually decent. Why is there one up there? Oh, I tweeted. Thanks for the Certain Valen hitting the 6-month button. Thank you, sir. 5 months. I can't see. 5 months. Everybody give him a warm welcome back. Did you end up getting that headset again? Or did you order some headphones? I haven't got the headphones yet. So yeah. Let me see if I can find something that's red. I don't think there was I think it was, no, it wasn't this one. It was the one where I got ganked on Eve. Here it is. I'm pretty sure this one has some red in it. I think. No, there was the one where I was mining and I got ganked. There it is. But yeah, here it is. So this little thing up here, I wanted to show you guys this if you haven't seen it, because some of you may have not seen it. There's a little thing up here. You can appeal to muted audio, and you can tell them, you know, what you've streamed, blah blah blah, and you can appeal to select video, and the turnaround time on this is acceptable. Okay, this is the worst thing that could happen to you on Twitch. If you upload stuff that has copyrighted music in it, right? Or arguably you can get a DMCA takedown, which is kind of harsh, but I'm just talking about copyright flagging. Okay. So this got revamped recently and is actually very good. Okay. YouTube's crap is just that. It is in a state of terribleness. It is in a state of what I like to call garbage. And if you've ever dealt with it, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm not going to dwell on that. But Twitch announced today that they're going to allow you to upload videos. Here's the kicker. Here's the kicker, though. I really don't think people grasp this at TwitchCon. I just want to go in the audience and shake people. I'm like, do you know what's happening? You can upload videos, but you can also make playlists, offline playlists. Now, separate is pretty cool, right? But when you put the chocolate and the peanut butter together, what you got here is a live platform first that offers up pre-recorded content optionally. Whereas with YouTube, you had pre-recorded content first, live content optionally. Which one do you think is going to have the most viewership? I don't know. But it just completely flipped everything that was happening in this space. Because now you can upload your stuff to Twitch just like you do on YouTube. So this little stupid thing that I'm doing right now is just being recorded locally. And that's another point I want to talk about. You guys need to start recording your videos locally if you haven't done it yet. But it completely changes how Twitch matches up against YouTube, because there's going to be very little difference in terms of functionality now. Before, YouTube had all the tools, had the community to really promote pre-recorded stuff, and live was kind of an afterthought. Twitch has live on lockdown, and now they're trying to inch in to get pre-recorded stuff in. Now, some things that are going to have to happen is that Twitch is going to have some kind of commenting system. Now, everybody here who's been here since JTV, JR Blaze, I'm looking at you, Big MacBook, who are all the old school people. JTV used to have all of this. Well, not the upload, but you used to be able to make playlists, offline playlists, that would play when you're not live. You would be able to comment on a video. They're going to have to reintroduce commenting if they're going to have some offline or pre-recorded stuff, uploaded videos. They got to bring commenting back. JTV, Justin.tv, that's what I mean, but I said JTV. Justin.tv had all of this. And what Twitch did back in, well, Justin TV did, is that they yanked the community features out of Justin TV, making a lot of people upset. Because commenting, badges, highlights, playlists, all that stuff promoted community. And they just gutted it and yanked it out. So now all of that is kind of seeping its way back in through Twitch in their latest announcements. Yeah, Mr. Roz, Niffin, all you guys. You guys remember that Justin TV had all that stuff. So that is the elephant in the room, man. That is big news. I don't know if Twitch is going to be able to execute on it, but it's still big news because that's a statement. That's saying to YouTube, we're going to take you head on. Profiles, yes. Profiles, that's another thing. Gone for a long freaking time. So that was the first thing. I'm almost wondering, should I move the chat? You guys can see that, right? Okay. So that was a big thing. Because that's the new. That really was the new thing. Everything else kind of was known. Like Flash. We knew Twitch was going to get rid of Flash. They've been saying it for months. They said that, you know, the HTML5 player is going to be the first step. And they actually gave us a date. They said Q2 2016. They're going to be having a full HTML5 player. So that was really big. What's the other thing? The playlist, I already said that. Thumbnails. That's another knock on the YouTube thing. YouTube allows you to upload custom thumbnails, and if you're a content provider on YouTube and you've done it and you've grown your channel, you probably know how important a good thumbnail is. It's the difference between a click and a non-click easily all day. You gotta have a thumbnail that stands out and conveys what the video is about. I mean, that's like YouTube 101 stuff that's been around for years. I'm not gonna go into that. But Twitch is gonna add that now. Now, this is one thing that they got to be careful about, because YouTube had this problem as well, and they still do. There could be a video about a GoPro, about a camera review, and some guy in his basement made a video. It's like, the GoPro is the best camera in the world. And that's all he says in the video. But his thumbnail is a picture of a naked woman, or a half-naked woman, and he has 1 million views. And people are like, gee, I wonder why he has 1 million views. I wonder why he has 1 million views. Because people clicking on it trying to see naked women. That's why. Now, I don't know how they're gonna get around. I don't know how they're gonna get around it. All right, YouTube has that problem today. And given Twitch's history, it takes Twitch a long time to put their foot down. I mean, that's a really nice way of saying it. It takes them a long time because they're really big on listening to the community, and they don't want to upset you too much. So they're going to be they're really slow to put their foot down on that kind of stuff. Sometimes we'll see. I don't know how they're going to combat that. YouTube now DMCA's vids with thumbnails like that. Well, I still see them. So they're still there. They're still there. But that's a big deal, and that's kind of coupled with the video uploads. You kind of have to have that if you're gonna have video uploads. Somebody in chat asked if you if the YouTube or if the Twitch uploads are going to be permanent, and I would imagine they would have to be. If you're going to have an upload system, given the rules of a past broadcast, you know, that whole month thing, whatever it is, that's not going to fly. So it's got to have the same rules as highlights. Highlights on Twitch are now permanent, and I imagine uploaded videos will be permanent as well. So those were two big things. Another big thing was Whispers. I never used Whispers. I haven't used it yet because I thought it was half implemented and there's a lot of holes in it, and I didn't want to turn it on. So my Whispers have been off all this time. But it looked like what they were doing is a step in the right direction to separate Whispers from the chat, because the way Whispers are currently today, they get lost in the sea of chat messages. Much like what MIRC did back in the day, they didn't revolutionize it because there were other IRC clients that did it. But that little thing that MIRC did that popped open a new window when you got a message was big, because I have been using IRC2, Epic, and all these other clients, command line clients, and they really didn't have that. They came later, but initially they didn't have that. So little things like that may encourage people to JR Blaze, oh my gosh, may encourage people to use it. Meebo, I remember that. Oh my gosh, Meebo. Who remembers Meebo? Meebo was this social overlay that they threw on Justin TV. It was like they partnered with this company, and it was like this it was so, I don't want to say bad, but it was complicated. It was complicated. With the current copyright muting system, I want to replay playlists will be muted if archives are used. Well, given that the replays are going to consist of VODs, I think they're going to do it at the VOD level. I think they're going to handle all the muting like they do now. Your playlist is going to consist of multiple VODs. So if a part of a playlist has copyright in it, that part of the VOD is going to be muted. I don't think your whole playlist will be muted, though. Meebo was very, very, very complicated. It was just so many things. And I noticed Better Twitch TV was doing this now. They have Better Twitch TV chat, which is kind of like a little mini Meebo. Has a little thing at the bottom. You sign into that chat, have your own friends list and everything. Kind of like a global friends list on Better Twitch TV. Yeah. But yeah, those were the big things with with Twitch. I'm trying to think if there's something else I missed. The uploaded videos was the biggest thing, I think. Everything else I kind of had I'm not gonna say I knew, because I used to be in the inside circle of Twitch, but they came out and said that they were gonna do this stuff, like HTML5. They already said they were gonna do that. Yes, B Woods. Hey man, welcome. It's the exact same thing. Well, probably not exact, but it's gonna be the same thing as it was on JTV. Yeah, offline autoplay. And I'm telling you, man, a majority, like I used to. I'm not gonna say details, but I used to be in some internal discussions, and you know what came up all the time out of my mouth? We need JTV playlists back. we need JTV playlists back. And I kept asking for that. And like, okay, all right, you know, and I'm just happy to see it back. I'm just happy to see it back. And Twitch is slowly turning back into JTV. Everybody's saying that. I mean, they got the creative channel, they've got music. All they need now is entertainment and social. It'll be JTV all over. We got gaming, we got creative, we got music. All right, we got talk shows. Hey man, yeah. Okay, so that was the first part of what I wanted to talk about today. Was just the Twitch news. Also in the news was Tribes. You guys know I've been following Tribes. Again, some of you don't know, but I kind of extended the olive branch to high res and said, all right, we're going to try this Tribes things for a little bit. Still not going to play any other games, but this Tribes thing, and they came out with a new PTS today. It's the public test server, and the game pretty much has been gutted. It's live now, so if you want to check it out, go to the Tribe subreddit. Let me show you what that is. Go to reddit.com/r/tribes, and you see the article here. PTS2 is now available, and they got some supporting docs and other things up here that you can use to download the client. It's a separate download. Yeah. AVGN reruns. We need a Dragon Ball Z 24/7. We need a Simpsons 24/7. We need a NCIS 24/7. What else I used to watch on there? There's some good 24/7 channels, but Dragon Ball Z, I used to hurt myself watching that. All kinds of stuff. So JTV, man, is slowly creeping back. Slowly creeping back. So that was the first thing. Is that or the second thing was Tribes. Tribes, big news. Elite Dangerous. Holy crap. Good God, Elite Dangerous. What did they do today? It's been a big day for news, man. Let me show you a video first. Show you a video. Y'all ready? I'm going to show you a video. Let me pause this. Bobbleheads are back. That was a big thing. No, that wasn't a big thing. That was one of the things today that they announced. Bobbleheads are back. If you remember the early alpha and beta days of Elite Dangerous, they had bobbleheads on the ship. And they had to remove them due to technical problems, physics, and all kinds of weird stuff was happening. So David Braben, that's a special one. You only get that if you pre-order. And they're going to have other ones come out as cosmetics. And we've been asking for that. I mean, that's one of the things I said. I said, if you're going to come out with cosmetics on Elite, just give me bobbleheads, and I'll be done. So yeah, that was the first thing. Let me bring up the newsletter here. Lots of new things in Elite Dangerous. Let me show you some of them. So, the first thing, all right, was they showed some screenshots of the planetary landings feature. If you don't know what this is all about, on the Horizons announcement, I think it was at E3. When, I don't remember what it was. They announced planetary landings, but they only showed a teaser video and nothing else. And one of the complaints I had was they could have at least shown screenshots. And that's what they've released kind of today. They showed some of the planetary or the planets that you can land on, and they showed the cockpit of the buggy. And this buggy is going to be, they described it as being very nimble, and you can do all kinds of tricks in it. I mean, you can do all kinds of stuff in it. And part of the content with the Horizons is that not only will you be like exploring like uninhabited planets, but there's also going to be like bases and settlements on some of these things that you can do some content missions and stuff like that on. So they showed the cockpit of the buggy, and you can see some of the stuff in here. Some little teasers. And this is the big deal here. All right. They're finally going to have ship launch fighters. So the only thing we kind of got from this as a hint was that the Anaconda, in the description of the Anaconda, it said that you could park a Sidewinder in it and launch it. That's what it says on the Anaconda description. And people are like, when are we going to get that? So with this, they have announced multi-crews. You can now fly in the same ship with your friends. Well, not now, but this is coming in Horizons. You're going to be able to fly with your friends, and they can optionally control your turrets. They can optionally control your subsystems, and one person will be flying the ship. Both of you can't fly at the same time. It's only going to be one pilot. Here's the kicker, though. With these fighters that you can launch, the person playing with you can opt to pilot one of these. So you can tell your friend, hey, get in the back, jump in the ship, and kill this vulture that's on my back. He can hop in, jump in the ship, launch from your ship, and go and kill things. Or you can let the AI control it. That's what they said in here. So that was kind of big news to me because I thought this was going to be like 2 or 3 years off. I didn't think multi-crew was going to be in the Horizons. I really didn't. I thought it was going to be much, much later. The next thing, customizable characters. And I'm like, what is this, EVE Online? How often do you see your character in EVE Online? Never. How often do you see your character in Elite Dangerous? Never. But you'll be able to customize it, and they got a bunch of they had a bunch of samples in the video that they showed, but they only have a couple screenshots on the newsletter. Only bald people at the moment, but they said they're going to be adding a bunch of hairstyles later on. Yeah, and in the screenshot, here's the thing: they're showing the new ship as a fighter. This is called the Viper. That's the next thing. The Viper MK4. The Viper MK4. If you look at that screenshot, that's the exact same ship that's being launched here. So it's not necessarily a Sidewinder. You can launch the new Viper, which apparently is going to be a little bit different, side grade. It's going to have some. It's going to have some differences, some benefits in different areas. But yeah, if the fighter's going to be a Sidewinder, yeah, you probably should rethink how you're going to do it. But it's good for harassment. It is. It is. It is. Okay. So bobbleheads are back. I already talked about that. They talked about Steam VR. Yeah, it's just a lot of things. Multi-crew, bobbleheads. The new ship we knew was kind of coming this year. And they showed the buggy and screenshots of Horizon and what it's going to look like. It was a big day. This was at EGX. This is where Elite Dangerous was. So this is why I was happy that I bought the Lifetime pass, because they offered that for a reasonable or a limited amount of time, and the date's gone, so it's too late to buy the Lifetime. But I bought the Lifetime, and I don't have to worry about giving them any more money if I don't want to. So I was happy I did that. So that's not the Condor. No, that's the Viper right there. That's not the Condor. Well, at least it doesn't look like it. It looks just like this. Maybe they're slightly different. Actually, that might be the Condor. I'm looking at the front. The front is a little bit different. Yeah, that might be the Condor. That's why moons are bald. What do you think about the limited release of the HTC Vive? I don't know. I haven't looked at it at all. But all right, that's the other thing. Okay. So that's like some of the news. Tribes, Elite Dangerous, Twitch. It was just, I even tweeted this today. And I'm going to show you guys this for effect. Where is it? I'm going to show this for effect. I'm just like, my gosh, this is ridiculous. There are too many new things on the internet. Stop it. That's pretty much how I felt. I was just like, that's enough. That's enough. Between Elite Dangerous and Twitch stuff, and you got to throw Tribes on top of it. Everything. I already tried Tribes. It's actually pretty good. Okay. So the next topic is the future.